Welcome to Black Ops 7, everybody. I've been having a blast with zombies so far, but I've seen and experienced myself that a lot of people are actually struggling with the Ashes of the Damned main Easter egg. You know, you have the rewards here, you've got like calling card, and you get a special one for doing it early before directed mode is out. So I thought what could be a good idea is if I just quickly run through the egg and essentially do an optimized route that you folks at home can follow along and kind of have more chances at the boss fight, because the boss fight is truly the challenging thing. The Easter egg itself is actually quite easy, it just takes a while to get set up, but the boss fight is difficult. I've not beaten it myself yet. Hey, who knows, maybe in today's video we might get that done. But even if I don't, this is going to be an easy guide for people to follow. Basically step by step, you do one thing, then you do a next thing until we get to basically set up and then boss fight. The first thing we're going to go into is right here in the loadout. Now your augments, there are a few that are considered the best augments. So one of the things you're going to want is equivalent exchange on your quick revive. This is one of the augments, and basically allows you to damage a zombie when you're downed and get back up with all your perks. Another one that's good is emergency medical kit for quick revive, and this gets you a 4th self revive kit if you're struggling with that, so that's always good to have. As you can see here, I've got probiotic. I don't have the other ones researched because I'm currently researching it, but hardened plates and durable plates are good. I would say first maybe durable plates, so you don't need to worry about plates as much. One thing that could be useful for speed cola is speedy roulette, so you could, because you're going to be hitting the box a decent bit to get the ray gun Mark II, because that's something that pairs wonderfully with quick revive. One of the last things you want to make sure you have is burst dash if you're doing the solo, which this guide is intended for solo but can be used in co-op. But burst dash basically just lets you warp forward when you use your thing and increase your max charges by 1, so you can hold 2 at a time. Next, let's talk loadout. So the gun you would bring into the boss fight doesn't matter that much, because you're actually not going to use your loadout weapon in the boss fight. You'll have 2 wonder weapons on you, that being the gauntlet and the ray gun Mark II. But I use the Akita because it's full auto, it's a shotgun. I have like a kit for it. If you're curious about the build I run, it's not max level, but there you go, you can just quickly take a look. Mainly the suppressor for extra salvage and a bigger clip is kind of all you need. But like I said, your loadout weapon doesn't really matter. What does is I start with a stim shot so you could overheal immediately, because you need stun grenades to do a part of the egg to get the wonder weapon, but you could just pick them up and spawn. I do recommend you spawn with a combat axe or a Molotov, either or, because you need one of those to get the pieces to the serum. You want to start with toxic growth if you can, if you have it unlocked, because that will make one of the steps way easier in your setup process. This is going to allow you to pack a punch really early and a tier up on your gun really early to make clearing the generators and getting through the early rounds as snappy as possible, so you basically don't down and don't waste any of your quick revive things. As for Gobblegums, I'm actually going to do a run without using any at all, just to, because some folks don't like using Gobblegums, or maybe they don't have these good Gobblegums. So what I'm actually going to do is not use a single Gobblegum, but if we get into the boss fight, there are 2 that I might want to run. The 2 Gobblegums you absolutely want for the boss fight are shields up, refills your armor, and makes your armor twice as strong. This is really good in the boss fight for keeping you alive and keeping you going. Aftertaste, when you run out of quick revive slots, when you've basically got your last revive, your self revive, pop aftertaste and you'll keep your perks that final time, giving you more of a chance to survive. And if you really want it, slap on a cashback to get ammo in the boss fight, but this would basically be to refill your tactical grenades so you could repair old Tessie, or perhaps power keg if you don't have any shrouds, so again you can repair Tessie, because keeping Tessie repaired is a necessity, because if you don't do this you will die. With all this nonsense out of the way, let's finally get in the game and I can show you folks how to start your optimized run. Alright folks, welcome to Ashes of the Damned. As you can see, we're here on round 1. The first thing you want to do is crouch and melee this every round for a little piece of loot. That's great. If you come and hang a right here off spawn, as you can see, there's a can there. That's going to let you get the little plant pods, which are part of the strat. And if you come up here and you see this little plant right here, if you go and press interact, you'll pick that up. Now, the strategy with the little plant pods is once you interact with them, well, make sure you get headshots with your melee weapon, like this. But basically, what you want to do... Ooh, early game nuke. That's actually good for points. But basically, what you want to do... Come on, sir. What you want to do is spam the interact, the spray, as much as it lets you. This will make it harder, but also make it give you better rewards. Now, you want to make sure you can try and defend it as best as you can, and as you can see, we didn't quite get it that time, but we still got some salvage, and that's good enough. This is because we don't have our field upgrade. If you could spawn in with a power keg and use your field upgrade immediately, you could do that, but remember, spam the interact on the little flower, on the pod. Another round, so... Oh, look at that! That's why you hit the vending machine, folks. I apologise at any point if my audio is a bit bad or if the game like lags or stuff. I've not recorded a video in absolutely ages. Right, we'll go over to this pod, and once you have your toxic growth charge, what you want to do is look at it and deploy it and then spray it. This will make it grow way faster, and also it will protect it. As you can see, it's already done. And there we go, we got an ether wrench. So now we have a tier up on our gun. Now the absolute most important thing is that you want to try and get some of these steps done before round 8, just to be as optimal as possible. Hey, got a camo. Right, come on now. We got some essence there. Oh, and we got a perk. Mystery perk. Let's go ahead and grab that. Deadshot. Lovely jubbly. Alright, I've done enough of this strat. I don't want to burn any more rounds, so let's start with the next step. So naturally, you're going to want to make your way in here, get the 3 points from Quick Revive, and grab Ted's head and the stun grenade. Grab that stun grenade, Ted's head right here, boink. Let's go ahead and upgrade old Tessie. Jump in. Now the first place you want to go is Blackwater Lake, I think it's called. Basically, you just go this way. Try and avoid the mines as best as possible, and if you see any of the green pods on the ground, go ahead and run them over. It'll heal Tessie and also get you some salvage. And here we are at Blackwater Lake, and I'm actually going to turn the car around because we're not going to go to Ashwood just yet. You'll see why in a sec. So if we make our way up and through here, we will get to the generator, and you want to basically destroy all these spores as quickly as possible. There we go. And then you want to come inside here, by the door, get the 3 points from Melee Macchiato, come in here, pick up this little tub of spores here, a jar of spores I guess you could call it, and then come over here, get the 3 points from Speed Cola, then we'll come over here, turn on the power switch, and we're done here for now. Alright, now we're back in Old Tessie, and we're going to go back to spawn and go the opposite way, and then make our way to the farm. Alright, we have arrived at the farm. The first thing you want to do is use those spores on this dead cow, or I think it's a horse maybe. Basically, you place it, and if it glows red, you've done it right. And in a couple of rounds, we'll be able to collect that. Next, what you want to do is this generator. So let's go ahead and get this done. Alright, Jenny's done. Next, you want to come into this barn, do a couple of things. Step 1, use your tomahawk if you've got one to chop off this guy's leg, that's needed for later, and grab this tub of milk right here. If it disappears, that means you picked it up and you did it. Get the 3 points from depth perception, because why not? Slap on power, and there you go. Get some 3 points off these fellas. The next step is going to be going to Ashwood and getting the generator on there. So let's go ahead and make our way over. Alright, here we are in Ashwood, and you're going to want to, if you've chopped his leg off, grab this free Molotov cocktail. It'll always be there. Just go ahead and grab it when we return to the farm, which we will be doing in a second. Come over to the vulture raid right here and get yourself 3 points. Open these doors and pray you have enough, but also get the 3 points from the double tap machine. Come through here, and we have just enough to open this door and access the generator, which we're about to do. So make sure you get this generator done, and now you have access to Pack-a-Punch. Turn on power there, and you can actually fall right here, and you should be safe. There you go, combat roll. And next, you want to upgrade Tessie, like so. Go over to this here bench, upgrade it. And hopefully I don't die. Yep, there we go. So now Pack-a-Punch is operational. So next you have a couple of options, but the best one is to probably go to the diner, which I'm pretty sure the diner is this way. The reason you want to go to the diner is you can do multiple kind of steps while you're there. Just remember, you could use the boost function once you have Pack-a-Punch on Tessie to get those little buggers off of Tessie here. Alright, welcome to diner. Now you may or may not have enough points to do this, but I did this time. The first thing you want to do while you're in here is grab the eggs right there, and we're actually going to get ourselves a free jug, that being the plant, the milk, and those eggs. So you just interact with this cup here, and there you go, free jug. 3 points from that. And next what you want to do is actually stay in the diner and keep killing until one of the zombies drops a key. I'll show you folks that once I get it. Don't worry if the round progresses, because regardless of what happens, it'll be in your best interest. If your next round is basically a Ravager round, you're going to want to use this trap if you can. But if it's not, don't worry, it's fine. The thing you want to focus on the most here is getting the key to get the Abomination Carcass. Oh, and here's a perfect example. It is a Ravager round. Oh, here's the cook right here. You kill him, you get the key, and then you come over in here in the back, unlock this, and grab the carcass. Now we want 2,000 to use the trap to get another piece of this kind of puzzle. So there we go, we're going to use that. And as you can see right here, the Ravager eyes have dropped. Go ahead and grab them. Get yourself max ammo. Lovely jubbly. We're making good progress on this. Keep your eyes out for a purple crystal and the in-between parts between the different points of interest, and that'll come relevant shortly. Just park Tessie here and go ahead and upgrade it with the carcass right there. Lovely jubbly. Now you want to try and your best to not flip rounds as much as possible, because the earlier round the easier the steps will be, and yada yada, you folks get the point. Now what you're going to look for is you're going to drive in these in-between sections and look for a glowing purple crystal. Once I find a crystal, I will show you folks what it looks like so you could spot it in your own game. Alright, I have found the crystal. As you can see, it's right here outside the Blackwater lake. Go ahead and use the beam on it and it will break. And there's an item you want to grab from it right there. That's another piece to the puzzle. Okay, for some reason that was weird. It wasn't letting me get into Tessie. Now what we're going to do is make our way back to farm, because there's a couple of things we have yet to do that we can do at farm. Actually, there's one other thing we could do. We're making good progress on this. Alright, got a little... Oh, I got a free gun. You know what, I will actually take that. Thank you very much. Just flip the rounds here. Right, the next thing you want to do is come over here into spawn, and you're going to come here, and this is where Klaus is going to try and defeat you. But don't worry, there's a strat. If you come over to this teleport pad and look left and jump to the farm, but while you're doing this, pause your game just about here. Now as you can see, there's some red glowing symbols, and basically if you have your phone handy, you can take pictures of these because you'll need them for getting the wonder weapon. That's 1 picture, 2, and 3. Once you've successfully gotten your pictures, you can come over here and grab the Spore if it's done, but if it's not, don't worry about it. Just flip around and check on it again. But Klaus is going to spawn in here, and what you want to do is simply come up on this truck and aim... Oh, okay, that didn't go so well. And aim in here and get the free insta-kill. And then what you want to do is just kill Klaus. Oh, I might actually die here. But just use the insta-kill to kill Klaus. He's going into his second phase, and then you could just melt him. There you go, he's down. Simple, easy. You want to grab this chip here, as you can see right there, the stabilizer chip, and that will allow us to do another part. I'm actually going to grab the tier 2 armor here, because, I mean, I'm here, why not? I wonder if I have enough to do this little Easter egg. Oh, I guess I do, okay. So this is an Easter egg, 3 points. This is an Easter egg to get a free Wisp tea drop. So, I mean, we're here, we might as well. What you want to do is basically interact with this tele multiple times, and then you'll see these two kind of ladies there, and then you want to keep interacting with it again. It's good to keep a zombie handy for this. I don't even know why they're a crawler, because I don't recall using a grenade. And then you'll see one on its own. Then what you want to do is come downstairs into the basement here, and then you'll see them right here. Just press interact on them. They'll get up and run away. And then what you could do is go back upstairs and start interacting with the TV again. And now you've got your Molotov. As you can see, there's a foot right there. So just use that and grab the human bones. There you are. That's another piece to the puzzle. If you come upstairs, you'll be able to interact with the telly once again, and just keep spamming on it until eventually it shows that there's no one in it. It's just a flat image. As you can see, there's nobody in the picture, and that means you've done it successfully. And if you come over here past the generator, they'll be skipping, having a jolly old time, and they'll give you some free loot, and one of those pieces of loot is a free Wisp tea drop. There you go, free Wisp tea, and you can do this every match. Next, since we have that chip, we can actually get Klaus and start working on getting the wonder weapon. Now you want to go to Ashwood, you could use the jump pad or you could drive there, whatever. And you want to come over this way, kill them for some free points, why not? Now what you want to do is come over here. If you have Wisp tea and it's out, it will actually go into this mirror, and that's needed for a step, but we'll not worry about that just yet. Open this here door and put the chip in here and wait for this to say update requires restart. Next, what you want to do is look between these bars and throw some stuns. This is why we picked them up earlier. Just throw a bunch of them. If you see those little white particles above his head, that means you've done it correct. As you can see, we've got Klaus here. Now, unfortunately, I just barely don't... Oh wait, I might actually have enough to summon Tessie back here because I left her. We can jump in old Tessie, and we want to go to the Cosmodrome area. If you don't know where that is, it's basically the rocket area. And I will show you folks, if you go this way, if you hang a left out of Ashwood, we'll be able to get to it. Alright, here we are in the Cosmodrome. It's a nice tidy place. So next, what you want to do is come over, just get the free points out of Wisp tea, but if you want to buy it for whatever reason, it's here. But I mean, we just got a free one, so you don't need to worry about that. Next, you want enough essence to open this here door. So just get your essence up, and then open that door where we can continue building the wonder weapon. Alright, we have enough essence, so let's just go ahead and open this. You want to command Klaus using your tactical, whatever button your tactical grenade is, and Klaus will come down here and basically break this panel. And then you can press on it, and it will start a sort of lockdown phase that you basically need to stay in the circle until that kind of progress meter fills up. Just stay in this red light and you should be okay. And do not do what I did and just make sure you have ammo in your damn gun. Just make sure you're keeping them away from you until the white meter is filled. And there we go. Next, what you want to do is grab this canister and make your way over to Tessie. You will need Tessie for this because you're slowed. Alright, we are in Tessie. Now what you want to do is reverse and make your way back to Ashwood for the next part of this. Now that we're in Ashwood, we might as well start this little process. So what you want to do is bring the ether barrel up to the generator that we turned on before for power, and you just want to place it in there. And don't worry, you do not need to kill zombies for this step to work. All you have to do is wait out the timer. So if you just want to run around and save your zombies, then you can absolutely do that. As you can see right here, once the white bar fills, the canister will be done and we can continue with the step. You need to do this 3 times in the different power stations, but that you want to make sure that farm is the last one you do, because that's actually where you put it when it's fully charged. As you can see right here, the canister is done. So next what you want to do is find basically a rappel point to rappel down, because if you fall, the canister will fall with you. Alright, let's just go down, hop in Old Tessie, and go to Blackwater Lake, which is this way. I'm going to need to maybe rush a bit, but we should make it there with way more than enough time, so don't worry about it too much. Alright, we have made it to Blackwater Lake, and just simply put it back in here like we did before, and you could just leave it. A good idea would be to come upstairs and buy yourself some speed cola. There you are. You can kill some zombies if you really want to get some points up, but you don't have to do it, because the idea is to do this as early as possible, and there we go, it's done. Next, this is the final part of this, where you want to bring this back to spawn and then take it to farm where we got the free Wisp tea. Alright, we have made it back to farm, so go ahead and go out and put it in the final generator. What am I stuck on? And like before, all you need to do is leave it in there and it will charge up. Look, the girls are here just messing around. Oh, I didn't know they dropped more loot for you. Okay, so apparently every time the girls are there, you can get free loot. I did not even know that. Alright, this appears to be done, so just go ahead and grab it, and then just take it downstairs, and I'll show you where to put it. Now we are here downstairs, you simply want to put it in this box, and that will activate it. There you go. And next, those symbols that we took pictures of earlier are the ones that go on this box. So, they'll be different in your match, just remember your pictures, or just remember them, you know, by heart, like with your memory. Just press interact on it. I think that's the right one. And the next two are basically just circle type ones. These guys really are not giving me a break, are they? I wish they would make the final zombie in the round slow, because this is really tedious. And there we go. So next you want to swap to your other weapon and grab the gauntlet. And get ready to do this challenge. So don't worry, all you need to do is these green cysts will come out like this. All you want to do is shoot and then reload to recall them back. Like this. Do this for all the cysts. Now you're going to get a couple of zombies spawning in like so, but don't worry, this wonder weapon is a monster, so you can just easily do it. And there we go, we permanently have the wonder weapon unlocked. Congratulations. So next what you want to do is make your way over to Ashwood, because there is something we need to get using our new wonder weapon. Now that we are back in Ashwood, you want to make your way over to this mirror that I will show you, folks. Then if you go to Vulture Raid and then go right, it's right here. You want your Wisp from Wisp T to come out and basically attack the zombies, and then you want to come over to this mirror, which I will show you folks right now. Just use the wonder weapon on these guys. Oh, my Wisp is out, so now you want to grab your Wisp, come into this room, let the Wisp go into it, and then once it does its little thing and it shows this picture, shoot it with the wonder weapon. It'll do this little animation, and then it'll drop an item, and then you can go ahead and grab it. So now you have most of the parts needed for the first kind of major step of the Easter egg. So we're going to make our way over here to the Cosmodrome from Ashwood, where we can do the next step. Now you'll want to upgrade the gauntlet just to make it better. And there is actually a way to force a zombie bear to spawn before it's actually supposed to. It's basically an Easter egg that spawns in a bear for you. So we'll just thin out some of the zombies here, and I'll show you folks how to do that to get the last piece needed for this step. So there's skulls you need to shoot with the upgraded wonder weapon, and I will show you where all three of them are, and that will spawn a zombie bear. The first one is right here, and you'll know if you've done it right if the eyes glow. Just for reference, we're in the middle of the Cosmodrome, there's a rocket, and it's right there on the right. The second one, if you come down this zip line and look right there, in the corner right there, there's the second one. And if you come into this room where this wall by is, simply crouch, and right in the corner below it, right there, and that'll spawn a free Xursa on any round. You can all do it once a match, I think. And as you can see, here is the Xursa kind of boss. So what you want to do is weaken the bear as much as possible without killing it. Just hit it a couple times, get it a bit weak. Just make sure you do not kill it. You might want to taper your shots or whatever you gotta do. Just make sure you don't kill the bear. So what you want to do is use the beam attack on old Tessie to kill the bear, like so. And as you can see, it will drop the final piece to this Easter egg. Next, what you want to do is come into this room and have the toxic growth ready for this. Click on the sugar here, or glass, whatever you want to call it, and it will show you a code here. Now, there is actually a cheat sheet for this, which if I can find, I'll put it on the screen. Basically, you want to look at the starting two characters of each line and then do and basically interact with the items in that order. It'll be random for you in your game, but if you look at the cheat sheet that I've hopefully remembered and put on screen, then you will be able to essentially get this done. Now be ready, because once you do this, you'll be stuck in a lockdown, but don't worry, I've got a tactic to make sure you do it with no problem at all. So for me in my game, I basically got, oh, this is a bit hectic. So if you need to, just thin out the zombies. But in my game, it is the Spore. Next is going to be the eyes for me. This one right here. You'll know if you've done it right if it says press interact to basically add your blood. Now you want to get ready, make sure your field upgrade is charged, and make sure your wonder weapon right here in your hand is actually upgraded for this next step. Alright, so if you come into here and add your blood, we can get ready with this lockdown. Alright, so what you want to do is quickly come into this corner, pop your toxic growth, and essentially keep shooting these zombies as they appear. The gauntlet here is actually going to heal you when you retract the spikes back, so bear that in mind. All you need to do is keep killing and make sure they don't get there, but don't worry if they do, because that's why the growth is there. You just want to keep doing this until they stop spawning, and you'll get a little animation to make sure you've done it right. And there we go, we've done it easy as pie. Congratulations, now you're in what I call part 2 of the Easter egg. But this is going to be the start of the hardest step, in my opinion, the key step. But don't worry, I'm going to walk you folks through it. So just follow along at home and it'll be alright. Basically, the purpose of this step is to get keys and then bring them to Ashwood one by one. But I'll show you folks where all the locations of the keys are so you can get them in your game. If you leave the Cosmodrome this way, then the first key location is actually going to be up on this building, right there. The second location for the little key is going to be up there on this radio tower. And the final location of the key is going to be up here on this cliff, and that's where it was for me in my game. You basically want to use the wonder weapon to drag the key along to you, and then it'll drop on the ground. And you'll pick it up, enter old Tessie, and I'll show you where to bring it. So you pick it up, get an old Tessie. Oh, that could have been really bad. You basically come over here, you could just park old Tessie right there. And for this one, you won't be able to use any weapon other than your melee, but don't worry, just run and follow the path that I do, and you'll be alright. So you just want to run past the power generator, make your way all the way over here. And there's going to be a sort of pyramid kind of object right here. You want to hit interact on it and it'll put the key in. And there you go. That's the first key done. Now hopefully in editing I will have actually put like basically a circle on the screen so you could see exactly where these are. Now once you hit room 16, I do want to mention this, your first natural zombie bear is going to spawn. So if you're doing this step, you actually want to prioritize killing the bear first. You could go ahead and use a stun grenade on it to kind of make sure it can't move. Use your wonder weapon on it. Just make sure you kill the bear first, get it out the way, and there you go. Got a nice max armor. You can just jump down here, it'll be alright. And next, we want to go for one of the other keys. Now the hardest one, in my opinion at least, is the red one. This is probably the hardest one, but I'm going to show you folks all the locations of the keys, so bear with me. So the first location is literally right here in this dinosaur's mouth. Just shoot, and if it's there, you'll get it, like I just got right there. Get into old Tessie. But don't worry, I'll show you folks the other locations. The second location is in the back of this dinosaur skull, right at the back in its mouth. And the final location of the red key is actually going to be right here on the back of that tank thing right there. It's going to be really easy to spot. Just shoot it with your wonder weapon and retract it, grab the key, and get an old Tessie as quickly as possible. The reason you want to do this is because it's actually very dangerous. It lowers your health to basically nothing, so you want to be really careful with this one, and make sure you bring it back to Ashwood. Now is a good time to go in your inventory, in your pause screen, switch your field upgrade to Shroud because you're not going to need the growth anymore in your game. The Shroud is probably the best upgrade for the boss fight, so just switch to Shroud now so you could basically start earning charges, and then if you get in a bad spot you could just use it. Just bring the key back over yonder to this nice pyramid, and that's the 2 out of 3 keys you need. I think I'll go in here and grab myself tier 3 armor. There we go. Now you just want to fall this way, slide down, and you should be able to get done without any damage. So next you want to make your way over to the big crashed boat. I'm trying to remember which way it is. I think you go the farm way and that's where it is. Right, I made my way over to spawn just to grab quick revive. It's always good to get quick revive eventually into your match. Alright, if you go past farm, you're going to make it to the broken down ship, and there's 3 locations for the keys once again. This one is very dangerous because it makes you absurdly slow, so just don't worry and I'll show you the 3 locations. The first location is right here. The second location is right here in this window. And the final key location is right there, between 2 barrels. It's kind of hard to spot, but if you just shoot between those barrels, you should see it. Make sure you get Tessie right beside it, grab it, hop right back in, and then finally take this final key over to Ashwood. Now just speed your way back to Ashwood, and put this final key in. Just do bear in mind you are slowed, so if you need to kill zombies to get past them, that's fine, but just try and make your way over there as quickly as possible. Ironic because of how slow you are, but you should be okay. If you start getting attacked, don't worry, just keep running. If you get completely swarmed, you could throw a stun, or you could use your wonder weapon to kill them. Mantling makes you slightly faster than just running, so bear that in mind. And then when you get this third and final key, you're going to get a mid Easter egg cutscene, which I will not show for you folks in case of spoilers, but you'll get that, and then you'll be able to pick up a part. Alright, here we are outside of the cutscene. So here you have the DG2 turret barrel. Just go ahead and grab it. I don't know why my guy was bouncing there. Maybe he was jumping for joy. So you'll see this clock tower. We'll be using that a lot, so get used to its presence here. And what you want to do is come down here and upgrade old Tessie with the new equipment. This is the last upgrade to my knowledge, so you want to go ahead and do that. And this is where some more steps. Now there's a couple of steps that you need to do using the basically Wonderwolf cannon on Tessie, and it's basic. There's one for farm, there's one for Blackwater Lake, which you want to do last, there's a diner one, and finally there's one in the Cosmodrome. My recommendation is you start with the Cosmodrome because it's kind of not the hardest, but it's one of the more trickier ones, so you want to get it out of the way as fast as possible. So the first thing you're going to want to do is drive up to this gate that leads to Cosmodrome, switch seats and get into the turret. You're going to want to shoot the clock tower and basically make it activated, and I'll show you folks that here in a sec. So essentially what you want to do is make your way over to one of the gates and then just shoot it like that, and then it'll turn on. If it starts clicking and the little hands on the clock stop moving, that means you've done it right. So next what you want to do is maneuver your way to the entrance of where Cosmodrome is, which I believe is this way. Just park your car right there, get out your wonder weapon, run back over and shoot your spike at one of the clock faces that are glowing, and then you want to retract it, and if you've done it right you will turn purple like this, and then you simply want to get an old Tessie and make your way to Cosmodrome. Alright, here we are at the Cosmodrome. So this is where you will use this purple energy. So all you want to do is park and get out your wonder weapon, and these spinning satellites you want to shoot, and as you can see it gets slowed, and then you could do this. You need to do this one more time for this one right here, which you could use this jump pad, look right, and it'll take you all the way to Ashwood. Next you want to shoot another clock face and get purple. Oh, there we go, I didn't shoot it, I shot it too high. Okay, so you get purple, you come up here past double tap, and this will allow you to go all the way to Cosmodrome like this. So if you go on the left and then you jump, you want to make your way over here and shoot this satellite like there. There we go. Next you want to come in here, and basically there's a little puzzle you need to do in here with these two TVs. Look at these. So basically you want to pause your game, look at these two characters right here, maybe take a picture if you want, but there's basically a cheat sheet, and hopefully I will have it on screen. Basically you want to identify what word your little puzzle is. Like for me it is launch. So along with this there's another cheat sheet right here. Basically what you want to do is look and see what word you have, and that will correspond to the TVs over here. Now for me I have launch, which means I need to do a certain code on these TVs, and essentially what you want to do is you could just use your wonder weapon. You want to shoot the red button right here on the correct number. Like for me, the first one's 11, and the next one for me is 00. Now if the round turns over, do not panic. Alright, as long as you get the numbers right, they stay there permanently. So if you get swarmed with zombies, just clear them out, get a couple left, and then continue with the step. Using the thing I put on the screen, you should be able to identify what numbers to get it. And if you get it wrong, simply flip the round and try again until you get it. You might need to turn the satellites purple again. I don't know, I've never failed the step, but in case you do, simply just go back to Ashwood, shoot the clock with the turret again, turn your hand purple, use the jump pads and shoot the satellites a second time if you do fail it, and just keep doing this until you get the step right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically clear out this round until there's a couple of zombies left, and I will meet you folks back when I'm ready to finish this step. So we have one final zombie here, so what we're going to want to do is finish this step. Then what you want to do is put the final code in, and if you do it right, your screen will go white and you'll get a bit of a cutscene, which basically shows this rocket launching. It's really cool, and that means you've completed the Cosmodrome step. Congratulations. Off the rocket goes. Goodbye. And that's one of the 4 steps done. We can do the diner step, but first I need to take care of this bear right here. And there we go, easy peasy, the bear's down, so we could focus on getting this done. Now it's easiest if there's lightning in the sky like this, you could do the step right away. And if there's not, these lampposts around here, as you can see, the ones that are not on will spark, and all you need to do to get the lightning, you can do this every round, and all you need to do is shoot them with the Wonder Waff cannon to basically activate them, and then if you do 3 of them, then lightning will spawn and you'll be able to do the lightning step when it's not here. So next what you want to do is make your way to Ashwood, shoot the clock and get purple again. So as always, do that. Then you're going to want to just aim like that, shoot the clock face, get purple, get back in old Tessie, hopefully don't end around. Oh god, I'm gonna end up killing them. Squeeze by. Okay. That was close. I was actually I was sweating bullets there, because I don't want to flip the round until I do the step. When you make your way to the diner, you probably won't get it on your first try, but don't worry, your progress saves during the step, so you could just simply jump pad back to the Ashwood and then get your hand purple again and then come all the way back. Super easy, you don't need to worry about it. Right, you want to position old Tessie right in front of this red container, as you see me doing right there. Run over here when the lightning is active, shoot the clock, and what you want to do is come through here over to this cash register, and you want to melee it to open it. And as you can see, if you melee it enough, it will wake up this kind of waitress. She is one of the 3 you need to activate. The second one you need to activate is this man right here, and all you need to do is when this is activated, ram Tessie right there, and he will wake up. The final one is in this kind of gas station, and you basically need Klaus to wake him up, but I don't have enough time to do it, but I'll show you folks that in a second. Simply lead the coloured zombie to the correct coloured lightning. Right here, you'll know they're a coloured zombie if they're faster than the other ones. The waitress comes right here, and if you see them getting stunned, that means that you've done it right. So basically, since the lightning is out, I could show you folks how to turn the lightning back on when it turns off. And I really hope I don't accidentally end the round. Alright, as you can see, this lamppost is sparking, so you go ahead and shoot it, and it'll turn on. Next, what you want to do is basically turn around. You want to try and avoid the zombies so you don't accidentally flip rounds. So you basically need to shoot 3 lampposts that are sparking to re-enable the lightning. This could be one, this one back here could be one, and there's one back here that can be one. You'll know if it's the right one if it's sparking. You just want to simply shoot it, and if it starts sparking like that, you've done it right. And you want to do this 3 times, and then the lightning will come back to diner, which means you can continue the step. I want to make sure I don't kill this zombie. Okay, well, I can kill that one because there's one left. Please don't end the round turret, I'm begging you. Right, so you want to shoot this last one, and as you can see in the sky, the lightning comes back. So next what you want to do is jump up here, use the handy little double jump feature, and jump back to Ashwood. Next what you want to do is get your hand purple again, like this. Make your way back to the diner and shoot the clock once again. And just keep repeating this until you get the coloured zombies into their coloured lightning strikes, which I will show you right now. So with lightning in the sky, you simply hit the clock again. This is how to activate the Klaus one. You simply buy Klaus, wait for him to spawn. The trucker man should be running around here somewhere. Here he is right there. You want to take the trucker into this red lightning right here, and as you can see he'll stop and be stunned, and you've done him correctly. Use your tactical grenade to wake up this guy. This is the final guy, so hopefully Klaus gets over here and wakes him up. Alright, he's about to wake up, and then all you need to do is make your way up here to this yellow or orange lightning, and the final zombie should hopefully come in here, and there we go. We've done the diner step. So it'll pass, and then you will have completed the diner step. Congratulations. There are 2 more steps to get done, and then it's actually boss fight time, if you can believe that. The second to last one we're going to do is farm, because, well, you triggered the final encounter from Black Lake, so it makes sense to do that one last. So we're going to make our way over to farm, while also turning on the clock. Don't worry, I'll show you guys once again, so you guys don't get confused. Alright, here we are back in Ashwood. You want to quickly turn on the clock, get your hand purple again. And for some reason it didn't work. Alright, there we go. Back in old Tessie, make your way back to farm. Alright, here we are back at farm. So you want to make your way into the house here. And there's going to be a clock, and you basically see where the guy looks at you. And his head will start turning towards you. I'm going to pop my shroud to make sure that this guy doesn't bother me. And when the skeleton's eyes glow red, shoot him, and then you'll activate this step. And now we need to go and collect some items. I'm actually going to grab stamina up here, because why not? You grab the teddy bear head, that's right there. Next, you want to run upstairs in the barn and grab this piece right here. Next, you want to run in the shed and grab a piece that's right here. And finally, you want to make your way into the basement. Come over to this bathtub right here, the cube's there, and grab the chalice. Now you have all 4 pieces, and you're ready for this next step. As first, I highly recommend coming over here and actually making some Casimirs, getting your plates. You could make 2 of them, because they're very useful. Don't worry about your salvage, you can grind salvage later if you really need it. Right, you want to place each of the 4 items in these red circles that you see me doing, and then when you press on the 4th one a second time, it's actually going to start a sort of defense sequence where you need to defend these 4 artifacts from zombie attacks for a certain amount of time. And there we go, the phase has started. A good tip is actually to turn on the trap right here. That'll kill some of the zombies, and basically you want to use your wonder weapon to kill the zombies and defend these 4 items like you see me doing here. You want to just keep killing the zombies that are close to these items, and make sure their health doesn't reach that white bar. You want to make sure it doesn't reach 0. Now you might be wondering why I brought the Casimirs, and you're about to see. Once it hits roughly 30 seconds, you can use the Casimirs to guarantee a step completion, to make sure you do this on your first try. So as you can see here, alright, 30 seconds, so just pop it right here in the middle as you see me doing. And the step from here will pretty much complete itself, because all you need to do is let this Casimir run out, and then simply just throw another one, and the step will pretty much complete on its own with minimal effort. As you can see here, they're getting sucked in, they can't damage them in any way, and the step will complete. And there we go, you've successfully done the farm step. Congratulations. Alright, this is going to be the final step before the boss fight, if you can believe that or not. So what we're going to do is make our way back to Ashwood, as we always do. Oh, there's a bear. Alright, let's take care of Yogi over here, and basically make your way over to Ashwood. I'll see you folks there. So if you've bought 4 perks in your match, if you come over here and spawn, the Wonder Fizz actually spawns. I think it can also spawn on a certain round. I can't remember, it might be 25. But just go in here and buy perks that you might need. Say this, double tap, maybe a bit of vulture aid are good to have. Deadshot is really good because it increases your critical damage, which obviously that would be useful no matter what. Alright folks, welcome back to Ashwood. As we've always done, we shoot the clock, activate it, get out your wonder weapon, shoot your needle at it, become purple, and make your way to Blackwater Lake. This is the final step before the boss fight. Don't worry, I'm going to show you exactly what to do, so it's not confusing at all. Alright, here we are at stunning Blackwater Lake. So what you want to do is run all the way this way. Now ideally you want only a couple of zombies for this. Come down to the dock right here, interact with this kind of ghost wisp thing, and then simply run your way over to the projection room. Alright, the projection room right here. Now quickly, what you want to do is probably pause your game if you're in solo and get ready to take some more pictures. So essentially what this step revolves around is you shooting film reels in a certain order, and these pictures correlate to what order that is. So it'll be different in your game, but don't worry, just if you can remember, I'm fine, but if not, I recommend pausing your game and taking a picture of each one, which I'm actually currently about to do. Right, so my first one is actually inside, which is this front one right here. If you could see the picture on screen, this is where it is. The rail is right here. Just go ahead and press it, and you'll know you've done it right if it glows purple. The second for me in my game is actually the kind of fishing hut. If you come over here, the picture on screen is where the cabin is. So if it's that picture, the rail is right here, up in these like little rafters. You press it, and if it glows purple, you've done it right. Next for me is actually the shed location, which the little picture is going to be in the top left, as it always is with all of them. And the rail is right here on the shelf. And the fourth and final one is the one basically in the back garden, and the picture will be on screen, and it's right here under the step. It'll glow purple if you've done it right, and if you've done it correctly, if you make your way upstairs, you should see there's a wisp in the speed cola room. Yep, there you go. So now you're pretty much set up and ready for the actual boss fight. So from now, all you would need to do is get Klaus, which there's a radio right out here. When you're ready to actually start this, you call in Klaus, take him upstairs, and summon him to look in this box right here. I will show you folks that, but now I'm actually going to get set up and ready for the boss fight. So that's all the steps pretty much for the entire Easter egg. So I'm waiting to get set up and get my rig on Mark II, which I recommend you get triple packed. So I guess I'll see you folks then. And there we go, finally got the Mark II. Now all I need to do is farm enough to get it tier 3 pack and to get the rest of my perks, and I'm ready for boss fight. Alright, there's pack 1 and triple pack. Alright, we're ready for the boss fight. Alright folks, when you're ready to actually do the boss fight, there's a couple of things you want to grab. If you come over to the crafting table, you'll want 2 Casimirs. These are basically the black hole grenades, if you understand. They're a bit expensive, but you should have way more than enough salvage by now. Now, if you've done all this correctly, if you come upstairs and you head to the speed cola room, this box should be open, and if it is, that means you could just call Klaus, do the final, basically, act, and then get right into the boss fight. As you can see, 2k to summon Klaus, so we'll go ahead and do that. Just leave a couple of zombies alive, so you don't need to switch rounds. And once Klaus arrives, basically you want to let him come into that room. So we'll get the zombies out of there. You can climb up on this hay bale. And then get Klaus to come over to this box. Come on, buddy. He's taking an age to get up here, isn't he? Alright, there we go. As you could hear, he's picking up the little item there. And he's going to make his way outside to this dock. And he's going to stand right in this corner. And when he does, you'll press interact on him. And that will start the final encounter. But don't worry, I'll show you folks exactly what to do in the final encounter. Before doing this, make sure you've got everything you could need for the boss fight. That's plates, maybe a self-revive kit if you need it, and definitely bring Casimirs. And remember to have your shroud equipped to do this as well. Alright, you go ahead and press on Klaus, and that will begin the final step. So you want to make your way over to old Tessie one last time, back up, and face the entrance that has all this kind of blue stuff here, and wait for the wisps to spawn. So I'm just going to drive through, and you folks can see exactly which route I take to hit all the wisps. It's the same every time, so once you know it once, you'll be able to do it in every single Easter egg attempt. So there you go, as you can see right there, the wisps spawned, and you could just run over it, and you need to get 3 of them in every area. And if you watch this, you'll see exactly where to go to hit all of them. Alright, that's the 3 for Blackwater Lake, so you make your way past spawn towards the farm. Alright, now we're entering the farm area, and there's 3 more wisps to get. So there's the first one. Right here is the second. And right there, as you can see, is the third one for the farm area. Here we are at the terminus ship, and there's 3 more to get here. So there's one right here on this ramp. There's one right here, and there's one right here. Let's make our way into Ashwood, and we're actually going to do a U-turn, stop here, go up this path, and make our way back to Blackwater Lake. There's one right there. There's one wisp here, and here's the last wisp right here, which will take you right into the boss fight. And here we are in the boss fight, so you want to move around a little bit, just before the boss fight fully starts, just to make sure you don't get stuck or anything. And then when you're ready, the cutscene will play and you can look up and the boss will start. So we're just going to give this a go, and I'll see if I can manage to beat it. So the basic strategies of all, basically you want to avoid the missiles, these red missiles, which I'm failing to dodge, by the way. Okay, that was a bad start. This is why you want the ray gun, to kill the zombie, and so you could get revived with all your perks. Alright, that was a really bad start, but let's see if we can get it back. Basically what you want to do is keep Tessie repaired with these green kind of lumps, and then you want to ram into the boss like this, and just keep repeating this until he enters his immunity phase. So if I make it, I will... Actually, I'm just going to let this boss fight run so you can kind of see how it works. So I'm just going to try and focus up and see if I can get a win. Alright, another slam. Alright, he has an exposed head, which means if we actually hit that spot, we'll do increased damage, but we're just going to go for a normal hit. There we go. If you can't go for the head, don't stress about it, just try to keep on the move, and this thing is controlling like dog shit. Come on now. Alright, there's the exposed head. Let's see if I can hit it, and there we go. Okay, that's not good. I've got 2 quick revive charges remaining, so I'm still doing okay. See if I can hit this orange spot. Okay, there we go. Nice chunk of damage there. When you're going to hit the boss, you can actually start the beam as well. Get a little bit of chip damage on him. Might not... Oh, okay, now he's starting a spinny phase. What you want to do is to hit him, and then he'll summon a bolt of lightning that you need to grab. Alright, so now that we've hit him, a bolt of lightning is going to spawn. There it is. You want to run into the lightning bolt, and then hit him again. And then when he does this, you switch into the turret, and just fire at this kind of dark spot, and you could also plate up when he's in this kind of phase. So just keep hitting his critical spot as much as you can, and then just basically start all over again. If Tessie gets destroyed, just throw one of your black hole grenades, and then repair her. But if you really need to, you could use a shroud. Okay, this is getting a bit getting a bit risky here. Give old Tessie a repair. Come on. Alright, get inside. And then... Okay, another lightning bolt has spawned. So let's go ahead and grab it. There we are. And then we're going to hit him again, reveal his weak spot, get into the turret, and hit his critical spot again. Alright, we've made it to phase 2. You can just keep shooting him until it stops you. Oh, it's going to be a couple of explosions. Let's get out of the way there. Right, jump back in old Tessie. Now the first thing to do when you get into the second phase, there's going to be a max ammo and armor drop. You're going to want to head and grab those. The armor is up there on that little bit, and the max ammo is just right here, so you might as well just grab it. And then just continue the process of ramming into him again. Just make sure to avoid the missiles as best as possible, and when there's an opening, just go ahead and hit him. Make sure you avoid the missiles at all costs. Don't worry about getting damage on the boss, just remember to stay alive.
You should never
Alright, let's get some damage on him. Bang, that's a double hit. Alright, let's go ahead and move old Tessie here. Alright, there we go. Just, you don't need to do like maximum speed. You just need to be a little bit quick to make sure that the bombs... Oh, Tessie's going to break here in a second. If those little creatures are on the Tessie, then all you need to do is boost, and they'll actually just fling off most of the time. Alright. There we go, a nice hit. Old Tessie here is going to break. So you just want to get your melee weapon and run faster. Use a Casimir and repair old Tessie again. Look at the ground to see if any missiles are coming. And if they are, get out of the way. If not, jump back into Tessie. And then just keep going. There we go. Okay, this is a bad spot. On the right there, as you can see that glowing, that's a max armor drop that's permanently there. That one doesn't run out. So if you get low, you could go and refill there. Had to turn down that guy's audio because he's actually really loud for some reason. Alright, we're just going to keep on the damage here. Just take our time. Alright, there's another hit. Oh, that's not good. Alright. We're still in it, we're still in it. Go for another boost, there we are. Lovely jubbly. Just make sure you keep up your momentum and don't stay in one spot for too long, or things will turn bad. Just want to go for another boost, and there we go. But avoiding the missiles needs to be your top priority. Just remember to avoid the missiles. As I immediately get nuked. Alright, that's okay. Throw a Casimir. And then go ahead and repair Tessie. Jump back in. Boost into him. There we are. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by these missiles. God damn it. Right, you want to hit him again. There we are. What the hell was that? There we go. Hit him again. Oh, okay. So this is where you want to avoid him and do less damage. Just disengage when he starts spamming him like that. Alright, now we're just going to boost into him again. There we are. We're just going to keep repeating this cycle. Actually, no. If I can get some more armor, that would be lovely. And I can't move. Alright, we'll just leave Tessie there. Get your wonder weapon. Aim at the max armor drop. Grab it. Get back to Tessie. Just keep yourself topped up, because you need armor for this. And oh, Tessie is broken. It's okay, just pop a shroud. And repair her. Hello. Oh no, missiles. That was weird. Why did it do that? I had shroud on, but yet he still targeted me. Come on now. Alright, there we go. That was a bit sketchy, I won't lie. But it's alright. I swear there's a max ammo drop somewhere, but I forgot where it was. I swear it was up there on that wall, like the max armor. Oh no, it's right here. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and grab it to get my Casimirs back. Thank you. Alright, let's continue our little fight here. There we go. Okay, avoid the missiles. It's really phase 3 where shit hits the fan. And you'll see that once it begins. Alright, there we go. Oh god, that's bad. Okay, just try and avoid the missiles. Let me control it. Okay. This is absurd. Okay, he's in his third immunity phase. So I'm gonna try my best to boost past him and get to that electric. Nope, it ran out. That's okay. We'll go for it again. As you can tell, I'm kind of nervous now. Okay, come on, come on. No, 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 no. No, come on. There we go. Alright, plate up and hit his critical spot as always. Okay, old Tessie got destroyed, that's alright. Casimir and repair. And get back in Tessie. That's why we have the Casimirs, folks, to keep you safe while you get Tessie back up to snuff. Alright, now you want to hit him again. Go into the turret. Plate up if you need to. Keep hitting his critical spot. Alright. This is the final phase, folks. He's going to start charging a laser, and you need to use your boost to hit him rather than just going up the ramp normally. Alright, come on, do it. Right, there he goes. He's charging up his laser, and you want to boost into him every single time you hit him when he does the laser. Avoid the missiles and just keep boosting. And you should have enough time to hit him before he unleashes the laser, like so. If you can't stop the laser in time, find a place to hide and get away from him. Right, get your boost back and hit him again. Just make sure to stay safe during this phase because it is really dangerous. Make sure to watch your boost meter. Oh god, I might miss it. Yep, I missed it. Alright, just try and avoid the laser as best you can. And get ready for the next charge. Just... Okay, this is looking a bit dire here. So charge into him, like that. Get a little spore there. Wait for him to charge. Wait for your boost to come back. Okay, come on, come on, come on. There we are. Just keep repeating this process. Try and get it done. Remember to grab the spores when you need them. Okay, the boost didn't work there. We didn't go far enough, so just... Okay, that's bad. Throw the Casimir, repair old Tessie. Right, pop Shroud. Repair old Tessie. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right, get in her. Use your boost to stop his charge. There we go. I could really use a max armor drop, but I don't have one. Okay, get ready to boost again. Oh god, why won't it turn? Oh no! It didn't turn! Okay. Okay, use the pillars to stop the laser. That's fine, that works for me too. Alright, just wait for him to start charging again. And do it. Okay, there we go. Alright, Xerxes have started spawning now. But I'm gonna just basically ignore them if I can. Alright. Boost. Alright. Get the spores. This is ridiculous. Alright, charge, hit. Oh no. This isn't good. This is very not good. Alright. That's a second quick revive charge used. Not ideal, but as long as we stay alive. Come on. This is getting so sketchy. Oh, come on. Alright, wait for the boost to come back. Damn it! I don't know how I fumbled that. I could have swore I was in time. Alright, just wait for the boost to come back. It's fine. This everything that's happening is definitely fine. Oh god. No, 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 no. Okay. This is getting so sketchy. Alright, he's in his last immunity phase. Grab this. And then slam into him. Alright. Hit his critical spot. Just keep hitting it over and over again. Alright. Not having armor in this stage is rough. Okay, just avoid the missiles. It's kind of hard to avoid them when they're everywhere. Oh, come on, get in, get in, get in. Okay. Yeah, there we go! And that's how to do the Easter egg. Just make sure you stay alive, folks. That's how you get it done. Alright, when you get this screen after the cutscene, click continue. Don't click exit. You'll be teleported back into the map, and this is how you can unlock relics in cursed mode. Alright, here we are. Right, so once you're actually back into the map, you want to run down here to the docks, past where Klaus was at Blackwater Lake. As you can see, the pyramids there. Click on this mysterious objects, go ahead and activate that once you've done the boss fight. And as you can see, relics can now be unlocked in curse mode. Alright. I can't believe I managed to do that on camera. Like, that's my first time beating the egg. I just wanted to make a guide to show you folks how to get to the egg, because the boss fight is actually like that hard. I can't believe I actually managed to do it. So if this guide helped you folks out, bear in mind I use no gobblegums whatsoever. If it helped you out, please, if you could, drop a like, comment any tips and tricks, or you could ask questions about the strategy and I'll explain more if you need it. If folks want to like team up or do it that way, if you want to use the comments for that, by all means. So thoughts and feedback in the comments would be greatly appreciated from you folks. Right, if you made it all the way to the end, I want to thank you very, very much for watching. So hopefully you enjoyed that little guide. And, well, hopefully you get the Easter egg done in a timely fashion. And if not, that's okay. You just try it again using this guide. And, well, this is Jess signing out. See you folks later.